Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. Inside, Smith and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1. And for Boston, their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. And it's Brown in at the 3. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
Now here's Pritchard. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. On the wing, Tatum, covered by Smith. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. And it's Tatum with the 3.
And Tatum takes a lot of threes. And you see why, given he has this kind of accuracy.
Back to Şengün. Outside Durant. Let's go with a 3. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Tatum. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Shot is up. It's rebounded by Şengün. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. I wanted to know what he had in store for Kevin Durant. He said, we have some plans, Coach said with a smile, but mostly it's about effort. We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. So Coach is asking for his guys to go all out and try to slow KD down tonight. B.A.?
Allie, thank you. And so it's Houston with it, following the bucket by Boston. No problems knocking that one down.
And the luxury of having Van Vliet. He doesn't need the ball to score. Fred can work off the rock and be a spot-up shooter.
Now here's Pritchard, and here's Brown for 3. Here's Queta, and that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
The 3, Smith. Boston with a rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
This is a potential finals preview, as good as it gets early in the season.
To the middle. Brown passes to Tatum. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. 7 points for Jason Tatum.
Such good play from Tatum near the hoop that time.
Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
Now here's Van Vliet. 15 in his last outing. And Pritchard pulls it down.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
There's Tatum with the 3. Nope, that one misses. Now 3 for 5.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Thompson passes to Van Vliet. Brown with the block.
Great positioning and timing by Brown, using his athleticism to come away with the rejection.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Let's get live for Celtics Entertainment. look back on last season for a moment. Here were your scoring leaders. 5th, Jason Tatum.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Durant. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
No good on that one. And we're only a few games in, but already some surprises to this season, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., on the positive side, a couple teams have come together quicker than anticipated, and they are outperforming early expectations.
And the second free throw is good.
Yeah, the most impressive thing about Durant's career is his efficiency as a scorer. Given the amount of defensive attention he draws, it's quite impressive.
Now here's Tatum. He has 7. And again, Boston with the triple.
Wow, some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Smith with a screen on Pritchard. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. It's hauled in by White. Celtics lead by 8. And Tatum, the bucket on the assist by White. Tatum's got 12 points in the game.
I just love the ball movement.
Thompson outside. Back to Durant. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
You gotta push Durant farther away than this, or he will make you pay.
Now here's Brown. No points yet. On the take. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Now here's Durant. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Durant's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Just the endless length of Durant, helping him right there inside.
Tatum inside. He's against Smith. Tatum, good.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Pass to Smith. Back to Durant. Puts up a 3. Buries it from 3. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, smooth and focused. KD is so polished, so prolific.
Tatum against Smith. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Kick out to Brown. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Houston.
Excellent work defensively. That's how you guard a 3-point shooter of his caliber.
Outside Durant. And he gets it to go. Durant's got 13.
Yeah, and one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. Durant just continues to dominate offensively.
On the wing, Tatum, covered by Smith. Tatum gets the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep hitting him the ball.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Boston with some changes. Boucher's checked in for Queta. Hauser comes in for Brown. And Simon has subbed in for Pritchard. And then for Houston, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Finney Smith comes in for Smith. And Tari Eason subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Houston working the ball around. Finney Smith passes to Eason. Durant for three. He drops it from range. Durant's got 16 points now.
Knowing his team needs a lift, he's putting them on his back.
And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
Outside for Boucher. Shot clock at 2. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, this is the kind of unselfish basketball White plays. Excellent decision to give it up there.
Thompson passes to Capella. Back to Thompson. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 16. Boston needs to get off a shot here. Pulls it. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
Well, this offense is much more effective when Tatum is making the extra pass and setting up his teammates.
Here's Thompson. Outside Eason. Durant against White. From 12 feet. Boston with a rebound.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Now Simons. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Tatum. Steps back and fires. Eason pulls it in.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
2 minutes. Durant, the pass to Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Well, at his size, you'd expect Capella to go up this strong every time he has the ball inside.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Making some changes. Şengün checked in for Clint Capella. Brown comes in for Durant. And Holiday subbed in for Amen Thompson. A minute 39 left to play in the first. And here's Simons outside. He buries it from 3.
Yeah, and Simons takes a lot of threes. because he's confident in how dangerous he can be from there.
Here's Şengün. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
A minute 6 left to play in the first. Here's Brown. Hauled in by Brown.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Now here's Holiday. Kick out to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Finney Smith, a screen. Brown, no good. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 6-point game, coming off that win against the Sixers.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
Now here's Brown. No points so far. Şengün, a screen on Brown. Fires the three. Here's the second effort. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Jaylen Brown is out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Chris Boucher. Then it's Sam Hauser. And it's Hamilton in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Rockets trail by 9. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Now here's Brown. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
Houston has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Brown passes to Finney Smith. Now here's Brown. From the wing to the right side. Pass to Şengün. Back to Finney Smith. Here's Shepard, and out of bounds. Boston will have it. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. Boston in second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Okogie's checked in for Shepard. Celtics lead by 9. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Guys, back to you.
They are bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Rockets trail by 9. Left side, Brown. Houston working the ball around. Pass to Şengün. Outside, Finney Smith. And they'll get another chance. Back to Şengün. Outside, Brown. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Brown's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brown finds Simons. Carries it down low. Simons got 5.
What a good finish inside. Simons is such a talented scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
Now here's Brown. Basket counts.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
Houston making a change here. Durant's checked in. And here's Tatum. 16 points for him. There's the three, and a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 3 assists in the game, and so Durant will bring it up for Houston. They trail by 9. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Nothing is better than winning on the road in this league. It's so difficult. You savor every one of those.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
And he drops the first.
And listen, Jason Tatum is one of the very best players in the world. He does everything well, can fill in wherever, the type of player who covers up your weaknesses.
And Houston making a change here. Capella's checked in. And so Tatum nails both of them. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Here's Durant following the bucket by Boston. Outside, Brown. Capella, screen on Simons. Oh, got a piece of it. And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Derek White's checked in for Hauser. And a change for the Rockets. Thompson, he's checked in for Brown. Celtics lead by 13. Brown with it. Pass to White. Shot clock at 6. Gets the 3 to fall. White's got 6.
And White knows he has the green light to fire from deep. Great looking 3-ball there.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Boston on D. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Here's Thompson. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got his third assist of the night.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Now here's Tatum. Give him 23. This one for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Hey, I like the unselfishness. If someone has a better opportunity, make the next pass.
Here's Garza. Still no points. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown passes to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now here's Durant. 16 points for him. Thompson against Pritchard. And it's Capella with the jam.
Yeah, great communication and timing, setting Capella up for a big jam.
Here's Garza. Tatum feeling it out a bit. 5 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Tatum's got 31 points. Outside Eason. Back to Durant. Shoots over White. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Cadiz checked in for Garza, and it's Hauser in for Brown. And then for Houston, Smith comes in for Şengün, and Van Vliet is subbed in for Eason. Free throw is good from Durant. A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the #2 seed in the West, Grant.
Yeah, and they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Outside Durant. Back to Van Vliet. Knocks it loose. Pritchard with a steal. White on the wing. Pass to Hauser. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hauser's got 5 points now this quarter.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Smith with a screen on Pritchard. Van Vliet. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. And here's Thompson for 3. The rebound, Celtics. Pass to Tatum. And there's the rejection.
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block.
And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with the forward.
Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Boston.
Anthony Simons.
Pritchard, the pass to White. And here's Tatum, covered by Smith. Oh, denied by Durant.
And for all the attention his offense gets, never question Durant's ability at the defensive end.
Van Vliet with a screen on White. Durant surveying the D. Clock at 6. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
Add KD's mid-range J to the game's unblockable shots alongside the sky hook and the step-back 3.
Now here's Simons. He's coming off a 13-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Tatum pass to White. Tatum with a screen. Lets it go from deep. Thompson pulls it in. Rockets trail by 17. Van Vliet outside. From outside, off the mark. The Celtics shooting it around 66%. They're on fire. And out of bounds. Houston will have it. And Van Vliet has got the ball here for Houston. Smith outside. Let's go with a 3. Van Vliet misses.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Yeah, developed himself into a threat to score. Simons has made major progress.
And the Rockets with possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. And the call will be against Derek White. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, picking up his second foul, he can still be aggressive, but has to be smart about it.
And there's 1:45 left in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly. That's good on the jumper. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
Keeping the game simple. Van Vliet just working the defense and taking what he sees there.
Tatum against Smith. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And some tough salary decisions this summer for the Boston Celtics, Coach.
Well, in one way, it's a good problem to have, possessing too much talent. But with this new CBA, it's harder to retain everybody like we saw with Celtics teams of old.
First one falls for him. Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
And so Tatum nails both of them.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
Now here's Capella. Here's Durant. They double-team Durant. And there's Thompson on the assist from Durant. He's got 6.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
Outside White. Here's Simons. Capella with a block.
Great rim protection from Capella. He does a good job staying in the lane, ready to repel those attacks.
Now here's Durant. 21 points in the game. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Capella. Boston leading by 17. 27 seconds left in the first half. Simons against Thompson. Tatum pass to White. Shot clock at 6. And here's Simons outside. Fires in the triple. Simons got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Here's Van Vliet. And so it's Boston. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Back after this.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the Houston Rockets.
They've got to run shooters off that line. Just hoping they miss is not working.
It's just a question every team faces, Shaq. How do you extend your defense enough to ball the shooters without opening up the driving lanes?
Let's look now and see how teams stack up across the league. It's our latest power rankings.
Well, I think for Houston, they've stumbled a bit, no doubt about it. But no need to panic yet. They're figuring out what's working and building from there.
Disappointing stretch for them, but still plenty of time to right the ship. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Rockets trail by 20. So the Houston 5 right now. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Van Vliet runs a show with Thompson to his side. And it's Durant in at the small forward. Ooh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far.
Yeah, the single-minded focus of Durant on offense is all about getting buckets, no distractions.
To the left wing. Queta, pass to White. Smith against Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Well, just another night in the office for Jason Tatum. We've come to expect big games from him. He is that special.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Ryan. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it." And what does his team want from him? He said, "Be aggressive, don't defer." And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. BA, back to you.
An impact player. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Tatum. Over Smith. Tatum can't hit. Rockets trail by 20. Van Vliet on the wing. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Nice shot by Durant. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
Listen, it's a team sport, but without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Look, that up fake is a great weapon when defenders are crowding you. Brown puts him in the popcorn machine.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And he knocks down the first one.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Grant.
Yeah, BA, he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
Now here's Durant. 25 points in the game. Shoots over Brown. That doesn't go either for Durant. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home, and that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. Number 1, Houston.
Last year, this was a team that owned the paint. They were so committed to rebounding, and that's a stat you love to lead the league in.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Durant. Soft touch off the glass. Durant's got 27 points.
Rock the baby, working the size advantage inside.
Brown passes to Keita. On the wing, Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. This will be his third free throw of the game.
The line, shooting 1.
Free throw good. Brown.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
Outside Durant. Back to Van Vliet. Şengün in the post. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Thompson. And no good. Boston leading by 23. Brown passes to Pritchard. Now Tatum launches a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Tatum's got 40 points.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Defense gets a little too close to Durant there, and he smartly makes sure to pick up the foul while shooting.
Houston shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Durant. And with top college players now getting big money NIL deals, the choice between that and entering the NBA draft has become a tough one, Stan.
Absolutely, B.A. Look, I think it's been great for both the NBA and for the colleges for guys to stick around because the top guys are still going to come out. The guys who are going to be your top 10 picks, your lottery guys, they're going to come out. But the other guys who have nothing as guaranteed, they're going to choose to stay longer and develop.
Tatum shot is good.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Now here's Durant. That's 29 for him. Here's Şengün. And that comes off the assist by Durant. 6 points for Alperen Şengün.
And that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
Outside, Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Now here's Durant. Boston pulls it in. Kidd has got 5 rebounds tonight. And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. There's Tatum with the 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 9 rebounds now. And there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist by Van Vliet. And that is 31 points for Durant. Outside, Brown. Outside, White. Inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Boston Celtics. On Monday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz. And then on Wednesday, they'll host the Washington Wizards.
And for their matchup with Orlando, seems like the season's flying by as that's already their 10th contest of the year. The pecking order in the league's starting to take shape.
Hauser outside. Boucher outside. 4 on the clock. There's Tatum with the 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Durant. Van Vliet, the pass to Smith. Tatum with the block.
Outstanding defense from Tatum. You know he can protect the rim. You love that from a wing.
Boucher finds Tatum. Here's Hamilton, defended by Thompson. Here's Simons, outside for Boucher. Outside Tatum. And a miss there on the triple. The Rockets have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Thompson outside. Pass to Durant. Fires for 3. Offensive board. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Celtics have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Simons against Van Vliet. Now here's Simons. He's closely guarded. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Here's Durant. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Shooting 1.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
Free throw, no good for Durant. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 12 from the floor in the third quarter. Here's Tatum. Oh, denied by Durant. Outside Eason. From deep. Durant's shot is off.
Registering 3 threes in the first half, he hasn't hit one since.
Pass to Simons. Two-handed power slam.
Wow, it's like Simons has it on a string.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now Durant, 33 points for him. And Anthony Simons has grown his reputation, but he still flies a little under the radar, Stan.
BA, he hasn't been in high visibility situations, like an epic playoff game that puts you on everyone's map. But opponents sure fear him and respect him.
Fades. Tatum gets the bucket. Tatum's got 48.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
And again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. And here's Durant. Pass to Şengün. Outside Finney-Smith. Now Durant. Here's Şengün. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
What you love about KD is the way he thinks the game. Intelligent and experienced. You can count on him to always make the right play.
Now here's Simons. 14 points for him. Hauser passes to Simons. Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Şengün. Durant drives in with the floater. 2 points. That one goes. Durant's got 14 points here in the second half.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
Thompson against Simons. Now Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Tatum from behind the arc. Again! What an avalanche!
And this game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Outside Eason. The 3 is up. And Hamilton pulls it down. Well, the Celtics shooting has been spectacular. 67%. Just incredible. And finished off by Tatum.
What a move by Tatum. Finishing strong at the rim.
Here's Thompson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
It's on Sam Hauser. Houston shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
For the Rockets, Thompson, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
And the Celtics making a change here. Garza is checked in. And then for Houston, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. And it's Brown in for Durant. He's off on the second. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Tatum. Good on the bucket. Tatum's got 57 points.
Well, look, Tatum has the length and strength to do damage in there.
Brown with it. The 3. Can't hit that one. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston with 4 3-pointers in the quarter alone, proving he's a threat at the arc. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Anthony Simons, and it's Shireman in a 2-guard. That's the Boston 5. To the inside, Eason with a steal. Outside, Brown. Pass to Şengün. And they say that leadership starts at the top, Stan. How does great ownership and the front office permeate an organization?
Well, you're absolutely right, BA. Leadership starts at the top, and the best owners in this league go out and get great people, and then they empower them. They don't micromanage. They get people to work and use their expertise to build the organization.
Connects from downtown.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the 3-point battle.
Brown scanning the floor. Pass to Finney-Smith. Takes a 3, and it's Eason with a 3. Eason's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Simons. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
Outside, Brown. There's the triple. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. So it's both teams making substitutions here. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Pass to Gonzalez. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Houston. Right side Easton. And with the new two-day format for the NBA draft, some executives complain, Grant, saying it helps out the disorganized teams.
Well, those teams could be in trouble regardless. With the push for parity, the league might not mind giving them some extra time to process during the draft.
Shooting two.
That's good from Easton.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
The Celtics making a switch here. Tillman's checked in. And a change for the Rockets. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Tate. And he makes both free throws. And it's Simons with the ball for the Celtics. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, it took Simons some time to find his footing in this league, but since then, he's been a consistent scoring threat.
Now here's Durant. Well, Stan, now that we've had the coaches' challenges for a few seasons now, what do you think about it?
Well, BA, I'm probably in the minority. I don't really like them. I think they slow down the flow of the game. And look, across all sports, mistakes are part of the game. Players' mistakes, coaches' mistakes, and referees' mistakes. Let's just live with them and keep the game moving.
Now here's Durant. Şengün. And Şengün throw it down. And he's now got the double-double.
Yeah, great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
Pass to Tillman. Here's Garza. Simons, right side. Shot clock at 5. Count that bucket. Simons got 23 points. Houston has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Outside Durant. And again, it's Houston.
Slick dribble move by KD, allowing him to convert.
Here's Simons. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
Boucher's checked in for Boston. Minot comes in for Tillman. One thing you hear coaches like Steve Kerr say, let's not gift foul calls that you'd never tolerate in a pickup game. You agree?
I absolutely agree, BA, and I think Steve Kerr has gotten that across to the league in the way guys officiate now, and I think that's good. Let's call fouls when a guy's trying to score, trying to make an offensive play, and we actually foul him. Let's not reward guys when their only objective is to try to get fouled, jumping into people.
Shireman's checked in for Boston. Pass to Hamilton. Capella against Boucher. Takes a step back. Here's Hamilton. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pulls up on the wing. Boucher, no good. For Houston, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th. Oh, there's the alley! And it's Capella with the jam.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
Now here's Boucher. Now Simons. Hauser outside. Fires the 3. Capella with a rebound. For Houston, they've gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Yep, that one's good.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Boston has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. On the wing, Simons. Defended by Thompson. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it. And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting an even 50% since the 4th quarter got underway. Simons outside. Boucher a screen on Thompson. Here's Simons. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
In your career, Stan, you coach contending teams, as well as teams that had little to no expectations.
Yeah, B.A., give me the contending teams. Give me the talent and the expectations and pressure that goes with it. Listen, coaches just want as much chance to succeed as they can have. And when you've got the best players, you've got the best chance to win. And the pressure that goes with it is a lot easier than struggling night in and night out. Well, a former late first-round pick in 2018, Simons continues to prove the doubters wrong with his fantastic scoring ability.
And Şengün gets it to go.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
The Celtics have gone 6 for 11 here in the 4th quarter. Simons deciding where to go with it. Hauser outside. Pass to Simons. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the tray. Simons got 32 points.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Durant, pass to Şengün. Outside Durant. A little mid-range shot is up.
And you know, for a near 7-footer, Durant has a very compact release. Just one reason he's so consistent.
Pass to Hauser. Simons outside. Here's Walsh. Oh, from deep. Rockets with a rebound. Şengün's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Thompson with it. And it's Boucher picking him up. And he comes up with a bucket. 9 points for Amen Thompson.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
To the paint. Pass to Walsh. Boucher against Şengün. Here's Walsh. And here's Simons. Hits a 3-pointer. Simons got 35 in the game.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Van Vliet outside. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And you gotta love the fire Van Vliet plays with, coming right back with his own 3.
Now here's Simons over Van Vliet. And it's Simons missing. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Simons. Thompson passes to Durant. Banked it in off the glass. Durant's got 45 points.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Now here's Simons. Down low. Hauser outside. Here's Hamilton. Smith with the rebound.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And that one's good by Durant. Durant's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Simons against Van Vliet. And for most NBA teams, the draft is the best path to acquiring an NBA superstar. But it's not enough to get that high pick. You've got to get that one right, Stan.
Absolutely, B.A. And look, some of them are easy. Some of the top picks just stand out, and they're really, really easy. But some of them are very, very difficult, and especially as you move down even to the third, fourth, fifth, sixth picks. And the guys that hit on those are the guys that end up with the stars.
Here's Simons, nearing 40 points in a dominant performance.
Yeah, he's been in attack mode all night. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Celtics.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jason Tatum.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. I'm here with Jason Tatum. And Jason, congratulations on the win. What did you like about this team's performance tonight?
Our toughness. And, you know, we figuring it out. It's early, but we taking it game by game, quarter by quarter, and everybody contributing. So, you know, I liked it.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, thanks, Allie. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's reveal our player of the game, Jason Tatum.